Yes, life of a middle class boy from India. This is going to be so interesting, seriously. Well, I'm not from a middle class family, I'm from a poor family, but let us not talk about me. I can't share that story right now. But averagely, let's say you are in India, you are living in a city. It can be Pune, it can be Delhi, it can be Mumbai, it can be Bangalore, or you are living in a small city, wherever. So what happens that your parents, actually your father, let's say your father is making 50,000 rupees every single month. He has a job, and whatever he's doing, let's just not go specific with your parents' job. So what happens as soon as you're born, your parents expect from you that okay, we are middle class, our son is gonna make us rich, our son is gonna be engineer or doctor or anything like that. And when you grow up, they send you into the school and they provide you as much as they can, but this is never gonna be enough. You see around you other people, other kids, they have the bike, they have car, they're driving, they're having parties. But whenever you ask your parents for the new phone, they say, okay, we can't provide you a new phone, son, it's too much for us. But you cry, you don't eat food for one day, you get phone somehow one way or the other. You don't get a lot of things, but your parents are somehow giving you what you want. And you see your parents struggling financially, because whenever you get sick, whenever your parents get sick, you are in a trouble because healthcare is very expensive all around the world, specifically in India as well. So you see all of this stuff, you feel so bad about this, that okay, you're not providing to your family and you're just living in your father's income or anything like that. And you will start to make money from the young age, right? Most of the time you haven't even completed your school or colleges yet, okay? Your parents want you to get a well-paying job. Before that, they want you to study hard. So they are putting so much energy, so much money on you, on your tuition classes, on your studies, that my son is going to be engineer, my son is going to get a government job, he's going to be a lawyer, something like that. So for example, you're studying for the engineer, which is so expensive, which is so time consuming, and you don't even know after becoming an engineer will you get that job or not, okay? So what happens then, you have a lot of expectation from your parents, from your relatives. They're forcing you to do something. You want to do something else. You want to be a fashion designer, you want to learn coding, you want to do something with the computers. But you say, okay, I will do that later, this is just hobby, let's just focus on my parents, because they are the one putting all the money on you. So you have a lot of responsibility. Somehow you graduate from the school, you're also doing part-time jobs because you don't want to ask for the money from your parents. Because as soon as you find out that your parents are not rich, they're middle class, I mean, they can't provide you for everything, right? But you need to understand your expenses. You have a lot of expenses. You don't want to ask to your parents, so that's why you're working as a delivery boy. You are working on side by, like, for anything, in any company, as any job, as this a small job you can get, sometimes even as a worker, as a construction worker, who gives a shit about all of this. Somehow you complete your study, and you get a job, and your job is like an engineer in India, not really big. Let's say you are a civil engineer, and then you start to make money, you serve your family, you get married, then you have children, then your children also become engineers, and that's what most of the time happens in India. You have to kill a lot of dreams because you don't have money. You take risks, but those risks are not too high, because if you can fail, your parents are going to fail, everything is gonna fail because you don't have money, right? So you are afraid of taking risks. You're just like, okay, my God, what is gonna happen? But you also have the fire, but you sacrifice a lot of things, and you just get the things done. You just exit somehow, one way or the other. And that's the reality, man. It's not too impressive. You don't have a lot of fun most of the time, just completely your assignment, your responsibilities, you know. By the way, what do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you soon.